A big announcement this afternoon on a story we've been working on for you for weeks. Residents in El Cajon turned to CBS 8 for help getting homeless encampments cleaned up in the East County. Good afternoon. Welcome to the 4. I'm Heather Myers.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. One of the big ones is along Magnolia Avenue, and today a county supervisor says he's taking action. CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal is live in El Cajon with what exactly that means. Kelly.
That's right. There's been a lot of back and forth about which jurisdiction these encampments are actually in. So right now I'm standing in the county, but just steps away from me is the city of El Cajon. So Supervisor Joel Anderson says he's working with all of the cities in East County, trying to get them together on this issue to address it. Take a listen.
Homelessness can't be solved, in my opinion, by the county going it alone, or the city of El Cajon going it alone, or any other community in East County going it alone. For far too long, we've been pushing the homeless down the street instead of off the street.
So Supervisor Anderson says he wants cities in East County to sign on to a memorandum of understanding, or an MOU, so they can tackle these encampments together. El Cajon has already signed it, so he's waiting for Lakeside, Santee, and Lemon Grove to sign on as well. Now, this is a huge topic out here. We've been working for you, reporting on these encampments regularly since the beginning of March. Since then, Supervisor Anderson says they've been sending outreach teams to this site daily. They were put out in full force today as well, offering assistance, trying to get people into shelters. He says a total of 48 people are now in temporary housing, so nearly 50 people in the past couple of months have accepted help. I will point out things did get a little heated at today's news conference. People in the community are fed up with the crime they say happens out here. Here's one exchange.
I'll tell you what's wrong with it. We need laws that allow us.
We're patting each other on the back. This one's doing a good job. This one's doing a good job. That's not a good job when it's still continuing every single day.
I'm happy to speak with you afterwards. I will walk you through it.
So residents and people who work out here are definitely fed up with this issue. Under Sheriff Kelly Martinez said today that homelessness is the #1 thing she hears about. Carlo and Heather.
And Kelly, as far as the homeless encampment right there behind you, the one off Magnolia there, has the number of people in that homeless encampment grown, the number of tents grown, or is it just that it's been getting more attention?
Well, we did talk to the county about that today, and they tell me between February and March, they did see an increase in the number of tents out here. Now, I will say, they said sometimes people do leave. They either move somewhere else, they get help, they get off the streets, but then somebody else ends up moving in. Now, County Supervisor Joel Anderson did say that they are working on getting a shelter up in Lakeside, so they're adding more beds, and they're also going to be adding more mental health services in El Cajon.
Kelly Hessedal in East County reporting for us on this. Thanks, Kelly. One thing that really caught me, Supervisor Anderson saying, you know, people have been pushing them up the street and they want to get them off the street, and they're trying to get them into services. And we know that any long-term solution means people are going to have to be brought into the system.
Yeah, this is a tough problem. I was in downtown San Diego earlier today for an entirely separate event, and it's just astonishing. It's hard to find a sidewalk without somebody, unfortunately, living on it downtown.
Yeah, very sad situation. We need big solutions.